All right, so today we're gonna start things off a little differently. I didn't post all day uh, because I was actually thinking about not posting. Um, I myself was going through this thing where I felt like I don't want to do it anymore. I know what you might think that's hypocritical because I said persist, don't give up, but I didn't say that I was going to, but I did say that I was thinking about it only because of I was having a talk and I was told about my content and how it can reach certain people. I want to let you guys know what I say. I'm not saying that I'm not referencing or trying to reference people. I do reference people that I uh, I'm in Les Brown's teachable course. I do listen to Bob Proctor. I've listened to The Secret, The Law of Attraction, Neville Goddard. I'm not trying to base my teachings off of something by telling you guys that this is something you should do. In fact, when I talk about personal development or when I talk about manifestation, I feel like all of it goes together because when you are on a spiritual journey and when you are trying to find yourself, okay, um, you do have to go through, there is self love, or there is like figuring out the negative beliefs that you once had before. It's going into a deeper meaning of who you are as an individual. Now, they say that you can't manifest without loving yourself. I'm not here to tell you how you can manifest. I'm not here to say, I know it says how to truly manifest, but I'm not here to say that you have to do a certain thing or become a certain way. What applies to me is what applies to me. That's just how I see it. And everyone, excuse me, interprets information in a very different way than other people. There's certain people that don't believe that you have to use self-love to manifest because they see it as it's just your thoughts. With Neville Goddard, he focuses on more of the law of assumption, the conception of your thoughts of how you view things. And a lot of people think that you have to be this spiritual or on this spiritual journey to love yourself in order to manifest. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm not saying I agree or disagree because I myself am still learning. And like I said, I've manifested things before in my life. I manifested a specific person. Did I love myself at the time? No. That's probably why it didn't go as well because of that. But I still manifested this specific person. I wrote down what I wanted. I scripted out what I wanted, but I wasn't specific. And that's something that you have to be, is very specific on what you want when you are manifesting these things. Now, they do say to have self love and love for the universe. That is the law of attraction. And one thing a lot of people will do with the law of attraction is they will abuse it to their own advantage by telling you that you have to be happy 24/7. I'm here to tell you, as a YouTuber, a person who's making content and talking about personal development, I'm not here to tell you to do what I do. I'm not here to sugarcoat and I'm not here to misguide you. What I am here to do is let you know what applies in my life and what does work for me. I am not a manifesting coach, okay? I am not a manifesting teacher, okay? But I am interested in researching and I do want to motivate people. So if there are certain topics that I have touched on and if I have to go a little bit deeper, then I understand that I will. And like I said, I see things from a different perspective. And I used to be a Christian and I decided to follow within spirituality. But even still, me knowing that, me being a lesbian, even with spirituality, there's certain things that can't apply to people who are of who like the same sex, which is actually true. Um, and the reason that is true is because it's a certain there's certain standards that are held within each belief, whether it's religion, whatever you believe in. There's a certain standard that there has to, that is held. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, and I'm not trying to say because you're lesbian you can't be spiritual. No, I'm not saying that, but I am saying that it is very important to research these things and to know more about them. I myself am giving you content that I do research and I do talk about. Now, when I talk about stuff as when it goes, because my whole thing isn't based off of a spirituality thing, but since I see that I'm going into manifestation, that is a part of spirituality. And I want to make myself clear by saying I do not want to contradict myself. I will not put anything out that I feel can be offensive or other people can take, because I could simply tell you to change your thoughts and you can be simply thinking that, how the hell do I do that? And as well as I am putting out content and giving you content and releasing this information that I am studying and researching, I will say that I do apply personal development in my life. I am in therapy, okay? Because I once mentioned I could not control my emotions and I get upset, and because of certain past experiences that I've went through and I have undergone due to physical abuse, mental and spiritual and emotional abuse has damaged me subconsciously. So that is something that I choose to work on. However, if you believe what you believe in, you are entitled to that belief. I am not changing anyone's belief. I am not telling you what you should do. When I talk about success, when I talk about billionaire mindsets, and I talk about motivational speakers, Les Brown, Bob Proctor, whoever, Jim Rohn, people who, those people, I see those people. I looked, you know, I looked, uh, I looked into them, and I seen that I was inspired by their work. Okay. And I got inspired by Bob Proctor because of the law of attraction. I was on the verge of being able to work with Bob Proctor at one point, and I didn't take the opportunity, or at the time I was mostly focused on other stuff, but I did talk to one of his colleagues that worked closely with him, okay? And he teaches about the law of attraction, okay? And he has also sold a lot of books, and he has been the bestseller of a lot of books that are based off of the law of attraction. And he's also a motivational speaker. And Les Brown, he is also a motivational speaker himself, and also he is a teacher. So on and so forth. These people that I am also inspired by other people as well who talk about things that do pertain to spirituality, and I myself am learning about that far as me getting into manifestation. I put it as this: I'm not going to give you guys something to where I want you to feel as if though it's BS, okay? Or if it's just me not giving you the whole meat of everything, because a lot of people like more of a deeper meaning. Like, for example, Young Pharaoh, he goes into a lot of, he goes into deeper, like when he goes into a topic, he goes deep into the topic and he explains it like front and back. And I will say that I am inspired by him. So if any of my videos, me from now on making content, I do want to get to the meat of things and give you guys more information regarding the topics that I do talk about, okay? Because there's a lot of people that do suffer from certain things that they have went through in their past. And the reason I felt like I was giving up on this was because I was told that it is important, because there will be a lot of questions that people will ask, and I know you guys will ask me these questions in the future, or if you do watch my content now. So I know that it's very important for me to have the answers to these questions and not just being a thoughtless person, and I don't want to do that. And I do want to inspire people, but also I want to let you know that me talking about success and changing your mindset, I know you may look at it as if though you're not rich. I am not rich as of right now. No, I am not. I'm not teaching anyone to be rich. What I will say is I tell you to me what it is to me and what I feel being rich is. And I feel that being rich, you don't have to have money to be rich. You could just be rich within your spirit, within your heart and your soul, and just be rich throughout life and just loving yourself and having the freedom and just being happy and living everyday life. And to me, also, is doing what you love to do. And if whatever you love to do is something you love to do, then you keep doing it. However, I felt a little bit discouraged today because I was feeling as if though maybe I shouldn't put out content, because I was thinking I should come back, get myself together, and then actually put out more content for you guys so you can see and actually say, oh, you know what you're talking about. I do touch on topics as well that may talk about psychological information. I am not a psychologist. I am not a therapist. However, I took psychology when I was in college, okay, for a couple of months. Then I think I was in college for like a year. I think it was a year. But I did take psychology. I'm not a psychologist, okay? So when I do say, information, I research and then I actually interpret it and I look at it from another way and I try to explain it in my own definition and I give off the information. So, like I said, I was really stuck in whether I still wanted to continue content because I was thinking, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. But a friend of mine told me that I should because it's something that I love to do. So, I do want to let you guys know that this is an update and this is something of me. I want to be real and I want to be honest on my channel. And I want people to know the truth. Do I believe that you must have self-love to manifest? I am the kind of person where I feel as if though as being spiritual, okay, in spirituality, it is true that if you want to manifest love, then you must love yourself. I do feel that loving yourself is an important thing. I am not going to tell you that you need that to manifest. I don't. Honestly, it's what you believe and it's how you feel about it. Now, do you need it? I feel that self-love is very important, but it's not just something that you should just use it just for manifestation or manifesting love, but self-love is something that you should utilize in your everyday life. For many years, I did not love myself, and I am still getting to know myself as a friend. I can't say I love myself, but I am being a friend to myself by knowing myself and trying to understand my thoughts of who I am. And like I said, I was thinking that maybe I didn't want to keep continuing content because I didn't want to, I'm still learning about myself and growing through the process while putting out content. So I do talk about being successful and I give motivation, and I also do talk about manifestation. And I've looked at a lot of Neville Goddard's teachings and I've been studying his teachings, and I got into it probably like a couple of months ago, or I think it was a couple of months ago. But I was getting into his teachings and I was looking at it and I was seeing when he talks about the law of assumption, and one of those laws is when you assume something, and when you assume it and then it hardens into fact and it does become true. I believe however you perceive something, that is your belief. I'm not going to tell you what you can perceive. I'm not going to tell you what you should not. Or, I can't do that. I can only give you information of how I see things and view it myself. When I started talking about personal development, I was researching and looking and reading on how Bob Proctor would talk about personal development, but I was also applying it to myself in my everyday life, because to me, what's important is personal development, but that's for me. And how I utilize personal development is by mental dieting, checking in with myself 24/7, talking to myself. Yes, I do. Asking myself, how do I feel on an everyday basis, and what is going through my mind, and whatever thoughts, negative thoughts, I try to catch them, because there is still a subconscious block that is there, and I'm the only person that's in the way because I'm still thinking from an old version of who I used to be. And then I let these other forces outside of me stop me. And one thing I will say is, when I talk about persistence, I do give the real of how I used to be the person to procrastinate, and then I started to change my life and want to persist in doing something that I love to do. No, I'm not quitting the content. I'm going to continue to still do it. But I do want to say that if I do choose to take a break just for a minute to gather my thoughts, to get myself together, um, then I will have to do that and to focus on myself. However, in spirituality, there is manifestation, but there's also people who believe, there's a lot of people who are even religious that believe in manifestation. You're asking for something, so you receive it. Some people believe it's the universe, some people don't. At the end of the day, how you interpret your information is the way you interpret it. Some people say that people interpret information the wrong way. Well, the way a person gains knowledge is the way they see it. So if that's how they see it, then that's what they're going to go off of. So I am not going to be that kind of person that will leave you um, thinking that, what is she talking about? And this, that, and the third, and etc., etc. Because I had a talk with my godmother, and she was explaining this to me and asking me questions, and it was a lot of questions, and they were really hard to answer. I'm not gonna lie, and it just made me think about a lot of stuff. Okay, so I want to let you know that when you do come to my channel, okay, I will. It froze. Oh, I hate that. Everything that I talk about, I research. Okay. Now, I'm not saying to believe in it. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not telling you to believe in it. I'm not. I'm not trying to sit here and say yes, you should believe in everything I'm saying. I don't want to misguide anybody. But one thing I do want to do, like I said, me turning over to spirituality and being able to understand it, I do know that you must have self-love. So that is something that is important. I'm not going to tell you when you manifest, like I said, if you think manifestation is easy, then it's going to be easy. If you think manifestation has to be something where you love yourself and you have to love and you have to use the law of attraction in the universe and you have to have a high vibration for it to bring it to you, then that's what you believe in and that's what you believe in. Okay? Like I said, I manifested a specific person. At first, it was pretty difficult because I was obsessing over the person, but then when I finally let it go and I dropped it and I didn't care about it anymore, I was just over it. I really didn't even care. And the person came back and I was like, wow. What works for you is what will work for you. I'm still understanding this. I'm still trying to see what can I do. I still have limiting beliefs that get to me. Okay? So I will refuse to be anyone's coach yet before I actually, I do remember saying that I had like a teaching site and stuff like that. I did, but I haven't really put anything up on that. That was like for my birthday and I was thinking about this. And like I said, I have a habit of when people get to me, people get to me. But it wasn't it was just me thinking very negative. So I do want to be honest, and I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to be honest and say, what you believe is what you believe, and that is what's real. Okay? So if you believe that the law of attraction is real, then the law of attraction is real. If you believe that you don't have to use the law of attraction and you could just manifest and you don't need all of that other stuff, then hey, but I do say that personal development is important, but I don't want to say that you have to utilize it to manifest. I honestly feel like that should be up to an individual. But like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know that. So I hope you guys understand. If you have any questions or comments, then you can just leave those below and let me know. But other than that, like I said, wow, I hate this thing. I'm still learning and I'm still growing through a lot of things that are happening and going on in my life that I don't like. And I'm still just learning and growing through this. And I remember there was a quote I was listening to, a motivational video. Les Brown said, "It's not what you go through, it's how you grow through. Are you growing through it?" So I feel like this is my growing period. And I feel like for everyone out there, this is your growing period. And I was thinking, like, maybe I shouldn't, like I said, make these videos until I've actually established myself, fulfilled myself, a true fulfillment. But a friend of mine said, why don't you just keep doing videos and do what you love and drop content because you love to do it. And while you're still doing it, you're learning from yourself. While you're learning yourself, while you're growing, you can still help other people. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. So I'm not dropping a video today, but that was just an update. Probably was a long update, but I just wanted to let you guys know that. So for anyone that watches my content, it's just like when you feed something and you give it power, if it's negative or positive. It's whatever you believe, okay? So what works for me is checking in with my thoughts. What works for me is meditation. What works for me, yes, I do meditate. What works for me, I used to do yoga. I'm actually going to get back into that. I haven't because I've had a lot of back pain, just like my exercising. I haven't been exercising because every time I exercise, my back hurts a lot. So I get the after pain and the after effect, and sometimes I can't move. So that sucks. So I haven't been able to exercise the way I wanted to. So there's been a lot of things. Like I said, we all slack off, or we lack, or we mess up, but we have to get back up. But once my back is okay, and once I go to my appointment, I can see what's wrong, and if it's nothing too bad, I can go back to doing my exercises. Or if I just have to live with this pain and just take, drugs, not those kind of drugs, but like over the counter prescribed ibuprofen and narcotics, ibuprofen and stuff like that, then hey, I'll just have to go through the pain. But I will say that I chose this walk because I want to change my life, and I want to be able to become the goddess of my own reality. And like I said, I don't believe that you have to be at a state of being a god or a goddess to be able to manifest these things. I really feel like there's a way that however you see it is however you see it. Yes, love, I can honestly, self-love is very important. That's just something that you should utilize. But when it comes to you, they say you have to have self-love to manifest a specific person. In my personal opinion, from what I've been seeing and watching videos on YouTube from people who have manifested their specific person, some of them have just changed their concept and changed their state of consciousness and have been able to manifest. So honestly, guys, it's what you believe. It's honestly what you take from it, okay? And I don't want to misguide anybody, and I don't want to even contradict myself on anything or be a hypocrite. I just want to be real. I'm not trying to teach you and say, oh, you being rich, you can change your mind. A lot of people won't believe that, because a lot of people will feel that some people, when you think it's temporary, some people have the mindset of thinking, oh, this isn't temporary, this is something that'll last forever. It's whatever you see things. In my perspective, I think if you think a certain kind of way, then that's just what it is. And I've thought so negative half of my entire life that negative things have just spiraled out of control. And like I said, whatever works for you is whatever works for you. I believe everyone manifests different. Some people use the law of attraction, some people don't use the law of attraction. Some people use, even if you don't want the law of attraction to work for you, it could just work for you. I don't know. All I'm saying is I personally feel that in my own perspective, from manifesting, I did drop it and let it go, but I forgot about it. And when it came back, I didn't want it. I didn't want it at all. I was disappointed because I'm like, I don't want this. I have something new. And I manifested something new. But when I manifested it, I wasn't specific. I would say be specific on what you want, and be whatever you ask for, even if it's if you're religious, whatever it is, manifestation can work for anybody. So it's whatever you believe. But if you choose the spiritual journey to follow within spirituality, then hey, follow within spirituality and do, love yourself and make that choice. I made the choice of therapy because I feel like up here is where it starts for me. Then here. Then I can start to change externally and stuff like that on the outside, okay? So I just want you to be mindful that that's all I'm saying. If you have any questions or comments, then just let me know. Other than that, I do want to let you know that this is just me being real. And like I said, I am not a perfect individual, okay? Nor do I plan on becoming perfect. That's not my way of life. I feel what is right, and what is wrong, okay? And I also feel like if you want to change something in your life, you have the ability to do that. So, I hope you guys got anything I was saying and you enjoyed the video. So, I'll talk to you guys later. I might post tomorrow, see what I can talk about. But like I said, while I'm posting content and, helping other people, I'm also, studying this myself and learning about me. So I'm still growing. I'm 24. So I just turned 24. So that's all I just wanted to say. All right.